Alright guys, here's the video I promised. I'm just going to show some basic stuff real quick. Otherwise this is going to take forever to upload. So, I'm in creative, so you're obviously not going to be flying around. But everything in my inventory is basically what you need. You don't need the glowstone. So, here's just a regular cannon. And this can be any size. I'm going to make it max. Then you always cover up this last one here. And that's where your water source is going to be under. That way you don't accidentally place a block and take out your water source. Use a scratching table really quick. You need slabs for the regular cannon. And that'll go right there. And you always want to make sure water's touching this last block, because TNT will not blow up your cannon if it's covered in water. So in a hurry, if this block is not here, you might shut out your source block. So that's why I cover it. Okay. So the reason you put a slab there is so your TNT will float. It's not really floating, but alright. You're going to place redstone to the end of your water here. Don't hit the slab here, because then you'll set off the TNT. Just go to there. Then up here, you're going to go to the slab, and that's going to actually be your bullet, and then the rest will be your ammo. And you can use buttons or you can use levers. I like buttons. So then you launch that one, then fire that. So I'll show you how this works real quick. And you can do anything. 2 and 1, 1 and 1. 1 and 1 will probably just go out here. It's not too good, but I'll show you the 2 and then I'll show you the full thing. And then you'll just have to get used to the timing. You can hear it when the TNT starts to die out. You click that when the TNT is dying. That's 2. Pretty decent distance. This is basic. You're not going to get into water basics with this. I think it blew up in the air. But that would be good for a base that's kind of in the sky. You can adjust these all. Let's give it one more shot and then I'll build you guys the hybrid. I want to show you one thing though that I've been experimenting with. Okay. So you don't want to go too far in there. You can put your water source block right there where that TNT is too. And you got a pretty decent basic cannon. Doesn't take a lot of resources. So this is what I've been experimenting with, and sometimes it works. This is like a super quick hybrid. Sometimes it doesn't work though. So the TNT sand drop in there and mixes. But it's not always a guarantee. The hybrids are guaranteed pretty much. Get this guy out of the way. Okay, so now the hybrid. So say a faction is over here and you can't get near that claimed land. You want to go as close as you can. And say this is the closest block that you can place. You're going to claim here. And then you want the end of your cannon to be 2 blocks away from the claimed land. Because you need this area here for repeater and redstone. We'll see what I mean. So I'll just show you. I'm just going to place that block there to show the claimed land area. That's where you can't build. Alright. So this is how I always start it, just like that, so I get the idea. Then you're going to count out 8 blocks because that's as far as water will flow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you're going to cap it off there. That's 8. Then you're going to build up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then close that. So then there's going to be 1, 2, 3 blocks there. That's when the piston's going to extend to there, TNT will be there, and the sand will be there. And then it's going to drop and mix. And if you launch just sand, then you want to take that block off. I'm kind of new to the command, so I'm going to put some glowstone to represent daytime. I don't need the piston anymore. Alright, that should be good. Okay, so now you're going to build up 2 here, 1, 2, and then out 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1 right there. Okay, and that with that is a hybrid. Put your button here. Your water here. And you're going to make sure your water flows to the piston. Okay, it's good to go. And now you're going to take your redstone repeaters, and I believe you need 17. You're going to place 7 here. Because water flows 8 blocks, and you're not going to be placing TNT on your source block. And then 1 space from this little step up, you're going to put repeaters all the way to line up with this. And these ones are going to, well, I'll show you the delays later. And then there's 3 spaces here, so you can put 2 repeaters, and then your redstone will connect there. 1 repeater back here, doesn't really matter where, as long as it's on this wall. And then, remember, that's the claimed land. And then 1 repeater there. So you wouldn't be able to edit this land, is basically it. Because when you place redstone, it's not going to connect to that piston unless you go around this way. So that's 2 from the end of the cannon. Okay, connect all this here up on the step up, and that's why you need that there. That space. And go up all the way to the button. And then just connect all those. And that is a hybrid cannon. That's a hybrid cannon right there. And now, the delays. All these 6 are going to be full delay. And you can change these to make the actual bullet ignite quicker. This is going to be full delay. And this one's going to be full delay. Actually, this one, sorry, is just 2 to 3. It depends on what you want. And I'll show you what happens when I activate it. All those light up first, and then the delay, and it comes around here, and it pushes the piston at the same time that lights through the block. So I'm going to load it up. Just a little easy shot, no sand. You hit it, ammo goes, and it's launched. See, we could put that on 1 more delay. Alright, so now let's load it up. And this is the same technique I used to get into Violence water-covered, obsidian-filled, lava-filled base. And a tip to you guys, if you're watching this, don't put lava near water, because then it becomes stone. Okay. So, I'm going to log it, fly up here. It doesn't mix in my creative, but you saw how they're together. They will mix on Controller. Okay. And now for sand. Take that away. At least in Controller you take it away. I haven't tried launching sand here yet. And what I do, if you're going to be firing a lot, I just build up. Now a piston can only push 12 blocks. So yeah, make sure you don't go too high. Otherwise, you're just going to waste a bunch of TNT. So you fire that. Just going to push it up and launch your sand. And now, imagine if you're in the sky, you have a base that's really high up, covered in water, with a little floor. You can build sand up on it and essentially block out the water. That's what this is for. And they're just going to keep stacking up like that. Let's see, you take a few off. And you can experiment too, if you need a shot distance to change by placing TNT apart from each other. I have to do that a lot. Like, you can do any different variation and it'll change things. But if you keep it full, they're going to keep making a line and block out water. See, that one went up higher, and it actually went farther than the first one I loaded with 4 TNT. But remember, if you need to put that back on when you're trying to get a straighter shot. On Controller, I had that off, and the TNT essentially just disappeared into thin air. Okay, enough.